The CBI doesn't, kind of get into and harmonize with, that is real. That's been the affirmation of the CBI. Is that I thought I would get a lot more resistance from the conservative Christian world. I thought I would get a lot more resistance from the certified psychology community. I thought I'd get a lot more resistance from the PhD educational development people out of corporations. But every one of them who just take the CBI, tip their toe in the water of the handbook, they start seeing the connections. They not only see the connections, but they see that it brings a life to what they're doing that is beyond what they were imagining. So it's really a gift to people. I want you to trust that. But I'd like you to take that seriously. When you leave here, we're going to be giving you a certificate, and we're going to be talking about the fact that you're prepared to be a certified facilitator of the CBI. I do not take that lightly. To me, it's very, very serious. And I'd like you to not take it lightly. I'd like you to think about what you need to know more and what kind of learning you're going to do to carry on from here. This is the beginning of a wonderful, wonderful expanded journey. Not thinking any of you aren't already on a wonderful journey, but it's the beginning of expansion. It's a nice little surprise adventure over a cavern and into a new mountain area. So jump on board and really have fun with that. All right. So from this morning, you should know your 4 core values, about the relative weight of each of those. Remember, we're talking about the 4 core value energies. The shift is away from thinking about, I'm this kind of a person, to this is the presence that I am. This is the human energy that comprises my human consciousness. The me inside of me that is aware that I think, aware that I talk, aware that I am having an emotion, the awareness that I'm having a second thought or hearing a self-rationalizing tape going through my head while somebody's talking to me and I'm thinking how to react to them, I'm hooked. All of those awarenesses are happening from this me. And the me in us is comprised at least of a certain balance of 4 core value energies. And the relative weight of those energies is what makes you the unique person that you are. And this is what is called the shift. My book Choices has been acknowledged by Dr. Sandy Kohlberg and several other real strong PhDs around the country, and David Mashburn and others, and say that this book is the opening of, finally, the psychology of being that Maslow pointed to now 70 years ago. Moving from a psychology of behavior, trauma, and fixing behavior to a psychology of first learning who the person is and making the primary goal to help them be a good, healthy presence of that energy. That is where you are sitting today, at the leading edge of that. You're one of the first 200 people to be starting and trained in this. And we're not going to be the only ones contributing this. There are going to be thousands of books and thousands of people who are going to take this and come at it from different ways. But I'm telling you that we have found something very important. We've done 320,000 of these CBIs. And out of that, we have about 6 people said, this isn't me. And the 6 people said, this isn't me. Of those, I know 3 that came back and said, oh boy, were you right, and I was wasted the last 3 years of my life, and I wish I could have accepted the message then, and here's what happened to me, and I'm now playing my life, and I'm changing. Wow, it's been amazing. Yes?
Can you just repeat what you said? So moving away from a psychology of behavior and something to a psychology of...
Say it again?
You said something about moving away from a psychology of behavior.
Behavior, trauma, it's the old
psychopathology too. Psychopathology.
Psychopathology. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Psychopathology. So it was trying to make psychology more and more medical and scientifically accepted, but from a behavioral, observational place, non-objective. It's a therapist, somebody who's trained in one therapy or another, each disagreeing that their therapy is the only right way to do it, and the other people's therapy is wrong, and coming to some sort of understanding that, okay, this is kind of who I am, and I don't like this part of me, so let's fix that. And the way we fix it is go figure out how it got screwed up to begin with.
Right. And moving to a psychology of
being.
Of being.
So we're presenting what we believe is the new standard for human development of any kind. It's the new central standard of human development of any kind, meaning any learning, any relationship, any personal development, any psychology, any training, any a group or individual therapy, any executive coaching, any career path planning, any training of skills and various kinds of verbal and nonverbal kinds of skills that you use in business and elsewhere. All of those things should start with a person understanding what energy am I, and that optimizes our chance to train with it. We have, for those who may want it, we have a completely written out curriculum, document that will give to anybody who has a curriculum they want to teach in any area, and show them, if you have people of these core value natures, here's how you modify your curriculum for best learning. And so we have a learning styles report that you can also get and give to any individual who's trying to figure out how to do better learning, how to optimize their learning experience. So we can teach people how to teach, and we teach people how to learn. So it is the psychology of being. What does being mean? I'm aware right now that I shifted from looking at you and talking to a moment where I'm making sure I have my space, and I started looking at the pattern of the carpet on the floor. And the pattern of the carpet on the floor created kind of an empty, quiet space for me that made me kind of feel momentarily at peace, which is what I was looking for before I start my next movement. And I'm aware of all of this. I'm also aware right now that I'm aware of myself, which is a danger ground, because as soon as we become aware of ourselves, we become self-conscious, and I'm no longer making my contribution. I'm thinking about how I'm behaving and performing. All of psychology, all training, all coaching, executive, all of that stuff today has taught people the exact opposite of what we need to teach them. It's taught them to look at your behavior. Fix it. Stop doing that. What are you going to do to stop doing that? Our approach is completely opposite. It is simply to be aware what core value I'm in right now. Is this the thing that is needed in order for me to make my best contribution? Or do I need to be one of my other energies? Am I starting to connect with some of the things that pull me out of this? We know there are 5 wake-up calls, and I'll share that with you in this next hour and a half or so. So we have the messages, we have all of the things in us in this seat of consciousness, which is me. And the me in me is what knows that the core value score on this sheet of paper is a good picture that I created of myself with this instrument. So the integrity is here. It's not like giving a person an x-ray and saying this is it, and you can't deny that this is bone structure. But it is a thorough picture that you can, with a little description, as we hopefully did for you this morning, you can look at that and hear that and say, yes, this is a pretty good picture that I created of myself, of the person I know that I am. How many had a surprise in your core value score? A little too low, a little too high in some area that